Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Now today on Our Region's Business, the art of a career in graphic design, plus a unique partnership that seeks to build the energy workforce of the future right here in our region. But first, President Obama has put our region front and center in the national debate around long-term unemployment and what to do about it. The day after the State of the Union address, the president turned up in West Mifflin to talk about the economy and about jobs.
The agenda has 4 parts. Number 1, more new jobs. Jobs in American manufacturing, jobs in American energy, jobs in American innovation and technology. Number 2, we got to train more Americans with the skills that we need to fill those jobs. Number 3, we got to guarantee every child in America a world-class education. And number 4, we got to make sure hard work pays off.
The president chose our region as the backdrop for a national conversation about unemployment, even though total employment in the 10 counties of southwestern Pennsylvania is actually at record levels and has been for the 18 of the past 22 months. In addition, there are more than 24,000 open jobs listed on ImaginePittsburgh.com. Even though the jobless rate here remains stubbornly high at 6.6%. So there's clearly a mismatch between workforce and opportunity, and a lot's happening in the region to meet the challenge. Dr. Daniel O'Bara is president of Westmoreland County Community College, which is launching a major new workforce development initiative. Lori Paul Crum is vice president of corporate relations at Kennametal. And Stephanie Pashman is CEO of the Three Rivers Workforce Investment Board. And welcome. Good to have you all here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, Stephanie, I want to start with you because some of these statistics don't seem to square up. We hear in our region our employment is at an all-time high. There are these thousands and thousands of open jobs, and yet the unemployment rate seems to be high too. How does all this square up?
So we know at any one time that we have about 25,000, as you said, open jobs and about 80,000 individuals looking. And there are many things that contribute to this gap. First of all, we've got this mismatch of skills, as you said. Second, we've got a really fragmented system, and people don't even know how to get into a company. They don't know how to use an applicant tracking system that a company may use to source candidates. They don't know what programs are available and what resources are available to help them do a resume. So we've got a lot of fragmentation that's confusing. We've got employers who are busy doing their business and don't necessarily have the time to come to the table to really talk about what effective training looks like. And in order to make an effective system, you need companies at the table to tell us, so we're listening to the demand. And then we also just have an overall challenge of a lot of the jobs that are available in our marketplace are very entry level, and we want to launch people on careers, but unfortunately about 1/3 of our jobs are very entry level jobs in food service, in retail, in entry-level administrative positions. And so we have a challenge of how to get people onto good jobs in a way that launches them to success.
And some of the craziness about this, I know in manufacturing, Lori, Kennametal's been on the forefront of this nationally. You got great jobs, and yet there seems to be a predisposition against going into manufacturing.
That's right. We have a twofold problem. It is a perception issue in that young people see manufacturing and have this picture in their minds that it's dark, dirty, dangerous, and dull. We call that the 4 Ds. And we have to turn that around. And then we also have a skills issue. We need educated people who are very technically skilled to run CNC equipment, metalworking, machinery, welding, digital technologies. So it really is a high-tech industry. It's industrial technology, and that's part of the perception change.
They've been trying to just change that attitude. It's not manufacturing, it's industrial technology. And that's really what the Advanced Technology Center and what you're doing down in Westmoreland County is all about, right?
Correct. We are undergoing renovations of the former Sony facility in outside of Newstand to construct an Advanced Technology Center. And in the center, this will be really a state-of-the-art facility for education and training for individuals in advanced technology areas such as mechatronics, additive manufacturing, and machining and fabrication. And there will also be a very strong energy technology component in that facility. So we're trying to address the need on the part of employers for technicians in these critical areas that are very much needed throughout the area based upon the input that we receive from the manufacturing sector.
Well, you just announced what made it possible was a very successful capital campaign down there. I know Kennametal and other companies stepped up and really helped, right?
Yes, we just concluded a very significant campaign raising $31 million. We had excellent support from the Kennametal and the other manufacturing facilities throughout the region, and great support from our foundations. And I think the program that we have at the Advanced Technology Center really resonates with the employers throughout Westmoreland County for their needs in these technology areas.
This is the kind of thing we need to be doing more of in the region?
100%. I mean, 2/3 of the jobs in this area don't require a 4-year degree.
2/3 of the jobs in our region?
Exactly.
Really?
And so what's happening is we're training everyone with a 4-year degree, and then we have this skills mismatch. But high school isn't enough, but college isn't what you're necessarily needing. And so these concepts of these jobs where you get some advanced training, some really technical know-how, and can move yourself onto a pathway into a company like Kennametal is exactly the model that we're looking to proliferate throughout our region.
Well, and I wonder too, if you get into a Kennametal, you got this associate's degree or the certificate level skill, you're probably going to then invest in those people.
That's right. It's an entry ticket to lifelong education. So at Kennametal, you know, we say, look, you can come in a 2-year degree and you're going to make really good money working in a technical job that is a career path. But moreover, you can continue on. And so we have PhDs in the company today who started out on the shop floor and who are the best because they brought all that experience, and companies like Kennametal, you know, pay for that tuition. So we're happy to have that development, and it's a real investment in the people, and it is truly a career.
Dr. I wonder, are we making strides too, though, in making it easier for students who have that associate's degree from a community college to then transition on to a 4-year degree, or can that be a challenge sometimes? It's
very possible. We're trying to build into our programs a great deal of flexibility, and we kind of refer to it as on and off ramps, so that students and really incumbent workers can come to the Technology Center, earn a certificate, let's say in mechatronics, continue working or take on a position, come back, earn another certificate, which we ladder in terms of completing an associate degree. So we refer to this as stackable credentials. So the whole idea is flexibility in terms of trying to provide the type of training that the individual needs that is most relevant to the jobs and the employment opportunities that are out there. And all of this is industry driven, so that we're working very closely with companies like Kennametal so that the type of training that we provide is the type of training that is required and the employers are looking for at the present time.
It sounds so simple and it makes so much sense, and yet the system as it's currently, if you can even call it a system, seems to be really fragmented. Good to hear the president hopefully getting serious about this. Is there a need for that from the top down too?
Oh, absolutely, and I was really fortunate to have a chance to be at the White House on Friday having this exact conversation, because it's coming from the top, where they're recognizing that we need to have some flexible models for education in our local communities, that they have to be supported with good policies, and that we have to give people this chance for lifelong learning rather than pigeonholing everybody into a specific path towards a 4-year degree that may not lead them to employment in the right place.
And I wonder, Lori, too, I only have a few seconds left, but I know Carlos Cardozo, your CEO, has been working with the White House and the federal government for some time now.
That's right.
Do you think it's real at that level too? I mean, is there a federal commitment?
I think that there's more awareness, and so there is more propensity to act. And so we have the basis for a lot of good examples. The model that Westmoreland County Community College is building is the national model that we need to move to. And so there's opportunity for us to expand on that.
All right, great to hear Kennametal front and center on this. Westmoreland County Community College, Stephanie Pashman from the Workforce Investment Board. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You.
Okay.
And from the east of our region now to the west, partners are building the capacity to educate and train people for emerging opportunities in energy here. And we'll get an update on what's happening at Western Area Career and Technical Center when our region's business returns. Stay with us.